and welcome back to the Knitter's Closet. I'm your host, Melissa. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as the Knitter's Closet. Welcome to all our returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers. It's been a while. Summer has been a crazy month and I have been dealing with a sick kid and then a sick me and then allergies that took my voice away, so it's been a hot minute since I have recorded. And it is, let's see, 8:20 on a Saturday night. And this is how I'm spending my Saturday night with you guys. The husband's across the street at a neighbor's having a few beers. The kiddo's in bed. So, this is how I am living up the good life. Sitting here podcasting with you guys. So, since it's been a hot minute, I actually have quite a few finished objects to share with you guys. So I have 2 sweaters, 3 pairs of socks, a blanket, and a partridge in a pear tree. Only kidding about the partridge in the pear tree part. But I do have 2 sweaters, 3 pairs of socks, a finished blanket, many squares of the sock yarn scrap blanket finished, and 2 sweaters in progress, and a pair of socks in progress. So it'll be a, fairly well-filled content episode. My first finished object is my party top, you guys. My first cropped sweater. I had it on today. I wore it to my knit group and had it on with this sweater. And I came in, my husband came in after days of work and he's like, is that a thing? Is it supposed to be like that? So, I instantly went on Instagram and then showed him all the gorgeous women wearing crop top sweaters. So, yes, hubs, it's a thing. And I look good. I don't care what you think. Anyway. So this is the Party Top by Abby Knits. I finally finished it. I know I was telling you guys I had trouble knitting it. I did. I really did. I ripped out and cast on the body of the sweater 3 or 4 times. And then one of the sleeves I ripped out and cast on twice. Eventually, I got to the point where I just omitted, there is a small eyelet detail on the sleeves, and eventually I just omitted that detail after the split for the sleeves. So the last eyelet's about here, and the rest of the sleeve is stockinette. I opted to do that for 2 reasons. One, I was having trouble again with the pattern. You have to pardon me. I haven't sewn in my my ends on the sleeves just yet, underneath the arms just yet, so they're coming a little loose. So I can tie that off real quick. So I opted to do that for 2 reasons. One, because again I was having problems with the pattern. I don't honestly know at this point if it was me or if it was the pattern. And 2, because in the pattern it does specifically state that the eyelets will not match up along the bottom of the sleeve. And I couldn't bring myself to do that. So I just opted to have it as like a little detail on like the shoulder of the sleeve, and then that was it. And then it's just down here. This part's pretty scrunched up for me most of the time when I wear it anyway, because even though it's 3/4 length or elbow length sleeve, I kind of still scrunch it up. So the detail was going to get lost anyway for me. So I'm okay with it as it is. It's a great little sweater. I enjoyed wearing it today. This was knit in the Into the World in their DK base. And the colorway is the Struggle is Real. So that's the front. That's the back. It comes to just about here on me. I did make it a little shorter than some crop tops because of the dress I actually want to wear it with. But yeah, I still have a few ends to weave in, but I did do a light steam block on this. It's super washable. It didn't need a huge steaming. It didn't need a very stern blocking, so I just did a light steam on it just to kind of loosen it up, especially where I carried the stitches, carried the yarns, because if you remember when I was knitting this, give me just 2 seconds. Came with some needles. The yarns that I was knitting with, the 3 skeins, were all incredibly different. Even though they are the same colorway, they were all really incredibly different dye lots. I ended up using the smaller one as it was, there we go, as it was the sort of middle one in between the other 2 skeins. I used that for the neckband, the ribbing on the bottom, to the hem, and then the sleeve cuffs. And then the other 2s I just alternated on those 2 sleeves and then on the body because these were so dark. But you can't tell from the finished product that I said over there, so I'm not going to grab it again. You can't tell from the finished product, but it ended up blending beautifully with no problems whatsoever, so I'm in love with it. I can't wait to wear it. It is going to be one of my Rundbeck sweaters, and it has been entered in the Glorious Gold Along from Caroline of Vicarious Knitting's blog, or podcast, apologies. So because it does have gold flecks, and I am wearing gold today. Actually, a funny story my daughter says to me as we were getting ready to leave for knit group this morning, and I was kind of like ironing this shirt to wear, and I was already wearing a gold shirt, and my daughter says, "Mommy, you wear a lot of orange." And I looked at her and I went, "Gold." And I do, I feel like it's gold, but you know, she says it's orange. So, my second sweater, you guys, longtime viewers of the podcast, will recognize immediately. It is Joe's sweater. It's finally done, just in time for warm or cold weather. This is the Flax from Tin Can Knits. This is the sweater weight, worsted weight version. This is knit out of the Katia Concept Cotton Merino in colors, I want to say 124 and 125. I'll double check those. I know they were sequential numbers. I'll put them scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. I can speak. This is a blown worsted weight, so you can see in the detail it is a sort of cotton chain, and then the merino is blown into the cotton chain and makes for a really good cozy sweater. So he tried it on today. I posted pictures on my Instagram. He made a grumpy face because I was making him try on the sweater in 80-degree weather, and I also stopped him from playing his video game. So he's like, "Do I really have to take these right now?" I'm like, yes, please. While Nora is, otherwise occupied, please come and take pictures in 85-degree weather on the deck in this really hot sweater. He's like, "Well, at least let me fix my hair first." And I was like, "Okay, do you want to put some eyeliner and some foundation on too?" And he's like, grumble. He's my grumpy guy. What can you do? 2 sweaters. I do have 2 sweaters in the works too, so I'll show you those in a few. I have 3 pairs of socks, and as per usual, I haven't woven in the ends yet. I have finished my Dragon Horde socks. These are Dragon Horde yarns, and this is the colorway Cowls. Not Calcifer's Heart, Howl's Heart. I was mixing Calcifer and Howl's together, sorry. It's Howl's Heart from Howl's Moving Castle with the touch of orange as the accent because that represents Calcifer. And these colors match up very well with the character Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. This skein and its matching mini actually broke also gold. Can you sense a theme? Broke my single skein rule during Maryland Sheep and Wool this year. Get it to focus again. There we go. Did a little bit of pooling on the one sock. I'm cool with it. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And they will go in my box of socks. And I don't know the number of socks that is to. I am woefully short of my 24 pairs of socks minimum. But that's okay. It was a goal and I tried to reach it. And I got about halfway there, so not bad. Not bad. My other two pairs of socks are both Knit Picks. I believe this colorway is called Playground, but I will double check it and put it on the bottom of the screen scrolling down. It's obviously a Felici silk striping because they brought it back. I do have two of them. They are definitely sisters and not twins, but I like them. And obviously I didn't care about stripe consistency because I have that lone little stripe on each foot right where the ankle bends. I'm okay with it. These again are Knit Picks Felici in the colorway, I believe, Playground or Playtime, but I'll put it again at the screen. This is an older skein of Knit Picks Felici, and I believe, because I don't have the ball band anymore, I believe the colorway was called Hawaiian Shirt. Originally, I had started knitting these socks for my husband, and then he told me he didn't need any more socks. So I said, okay. So I scrapped these suckers and made them for me. So again, Knit Picks Felici. I believe the colorway is Hawaiian Shirt. I have long since lost the ball band, but they are just my plain vanilla socks for my tiny size 6 foot. And I don't do a huge cuff, so like the heel ends here, and that's the length of my sock. I don't need a very long sock. I did make longer socks with the Howl's Heart colorway because I really wanted to use all that yarn. So all of those are my vanilla socks knit on a 2.25 millimeter needle with 58 stitches. My last finished project. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. It's the blanket. The crocheted granny stripe blanket is completely done. Last time I podcast, I think I was right around here. So I added about that much more to it, and it is completely done. Let me try to get a good stand-up view. It's not going to fit all on the camera, but I can do a little scroll by. So there's the top of it. And if I stand up, we've got the green section. And I've got another green section. And another, I feel like I'm stopping at every green section. That's not my intention. There we go, and there's the bottom. Peekaboo. This was super fun to knit, crochet. It was out of all scraps. I did buy a few here and there. Mini skeins when I went to festivals. I bought a few mini skeins at Allentown, and I bought a few mini skeins at Maryland Sheep and Wool this year that I threw in here. But I would say the vast majority, about 80% of this blanket, was done in scrap yarns. It's all done in fingering weight yarn on a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. It's a labor of love. And let me just tell you, this thing keeps me super cozy at night. Joe has tried to steal it once or twice, and I won't let him. It's on my side of the bed, and it will stay on my side of the bed, and yeah. I love it. So, on to works in progress. Yay! First and foremost, I have been working on the blanket. I'm not going to show you all of it because it is a huge sucker to work on, and as a result, therefore very, very hard to show on camera. So I will just show you. See, I'm even having a hard time maneuvering to show you the squares I've knit. So you see all the little dangly bits? Those are all squares that I have been knitting, that I have knit since I picked the blanket up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 squares done. I haven't picked it up since I finished that 34th square, so it's been a hot minute. But to be fair, it's been like 90-degree plus weather for a very long time here. So, I have 2 sweaters in progress. I'll show you my first one because I have talked about it before. I showed off the purchase. Is one of my Maryland Sheep and Wool purchases. If you guys remember, that was the... Oh, it's caught on something. This is my O-Wash wool that I bought. What are you doing? There we go. This is the O-Wash wool I got at Maryland Sheep and Wool this May. It is their sport base, so it's their O Sport. Come on, focus, focus. There we go. It is a beautiful gold color. Let me tell you what the colorway is. Feldspar. It is their O-Wash Sport. It is a 100% machine washable certified organic merino. It's 304 yards to 100 grams, and it has been a delight to knit with. Let me just tell you, I am just finishing up my very first skein of it on my sweater. I am being a bit of a rebel and not and somehow everything in my bag has gotten all caught up. Okay. Professional podcaster. There we go. Save that for later. So I am on my first skein. I am being a bit of a rebel. I am not alternating skeins. I did look extensively at the skeins that I have on hand, and they are all identical. So I'm not worried about it. I have started my shifted by, and I apologize, I don't know the name off the top of my head, by Justina Larkowska. Larkowska. Leets Knits. This is, I apologize, I have it in black and white photos only, so you may not be able to see the pictures very well, if all. There we go. I'll insert her picture here from Ravelry so you can better see it. It is an absolutely gorgeous all over cable knit sweater. I am on my 3rd or 4th repeat already, and I am knitting the extra small size because I don't want as much bulk and weight to it. Yeah. So this is the pattern as it stands. Look at that absolutely gorgeous cable-y goodness. The stitch markers don't really mean anything other than my progress throughout the days. Isn't that just gorgeous? And, come back, camera. There we go. And I learned how to cable without a cable needle. Beth finally taught me. It was super simple. I was having difficulty at first because I am using the new, I think these are Addi Turbo square needle, the squared needles. So you can get them to focus. You'll see there have some texture on them. They're square, but they're not quite 100% square. So they're like a hybrid between squared and rounded needles. And you guys, I'm there for these. The only complaint I would have is that they're not super sharp. And I like to stab myself with my needles. So, yeah. But it's a really, really super easy pattern. It's been a dream to knit. The instructions are super clear. I had to rip out and restart once, but that wasn't because of the pattern instructions. That was because of my comprehension level. Once I went back and read them, got them just fine. The pattern's super easy to memorize and knit on the go. I'm loving it. It's great. I can't wait to get the finished project. This will be one of my Rhinebeck sweaters. And as it so happens, I may have done this subconsciously. I may have done it. I don't think I did it on purpose, but this is also the sweater pattern that Caroline from Vicarious Knitting is knitting for her Gold Along and her Rhinebeck sweater, and I'm there for that. Yeah. I'm going to the podcasters meetup, so if you're going to be at Rhinebeck, I hope to meet some of you there. Yay. But I will probably be there mostly fangirling. I definitely want to meet Caroline from Vicarious Knitting, and I would love to meet the girls from I completely blanked. F this knit. There we go. And a few other podcasters. Yarn Hoarder, definitely want to meet her. Amber Lynn. And Amber Linderman from Yarn Hoarder. And I've already met Amy Beth from Fat Squirrel, but I'd love to see her again. My best friend and I are going up. We're leaving Thursday night. We plan on hitting a couple of different yarn stores. We have an Airbnb in the area. And then we are going to Christy Glass's Knit Night on Friday night. We are hitting the town on Saturday. We are definitely doing the podcaster meetup. We did get tickets to Indie Untangled. I'm super looking forward to Indie Untangled because Mustache Yarn will be there, and you know me, I am a huge sucker for stripes. And I have been stalking her Instagram for a very long time, and she has some of the best stripes out there. Cannot wait for that. Let's see. Oh, my camera is about to cut me off from memory, so let me take a quick pause, restart, and then I'll come right back to you guys. And we're back. That wasn't so long. Yay! So, where was I? Indie Untangled, yes. So we're going to Indie Untangled. We are going to Rhinebeck both Saturday and Sunday. We will be at the podcast. We will be at Christy Glass's Knit Night. We did not get Indie Untangled Knit Night tickets. Kind of sad I didn't do that. We had decided it was just too much money, and then I found out Stephen West was going to be there, and I'm like, pfft. So, but we are going to the Christy Glass one, so we'll be there for that. We come back on Sunday, and then my best friend flies out on Monday, so it'll be really great. And then that week, the week after Rhinebeck, is when my best friend and I turn 40, and my daughter turns 6, and yeah, and then the next week is Halloween. I can't believe it's fall already. It's craziness, right? That's crazy. It's crazy that it's already fall. I feel like summer has come and gone in the blink of an eye and we weren't even paying attention. I'm kind of okay with it because I really don't like the warm weather of summer. I'm not a warm weather person. I'm also not a cold weather person. I really like nice moderate temperatures. Fall and spring are my favorite seasons of the year because of those reasons. I happen to personally like fall the best because, you know, I was born in October. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I love to knit, so of course that's a great season for knitters. So, and yeah. Oh, and I love pumpkin spice. So I am all kinds of basic, and I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm okay with that. Let me put this down because I've gotten distracted by knitting on it. And bring out my last two works in progress. My next work in progress is a test knit by Jamie Hoffman of Knitosophy. If you guys have watched the podcast previously, you will remember that I knit my scrappy V-neck sweater. I did that test knit for her, the kind of blue and orangey one, my sunset one. Absolutely love that sweater. So when she came out with a new test knit, I was all there for that. This one is called Hyphenated. It is a colorwork sweater this time around. Let me show you guys. I don't have it really split front and back. There we go. This is Hyphenated. I am still on the colorwork yoke. I am so far behind. Most of the test knitters are already starting the hem. And here I am. Haven't even split for the sleeves yet. I have just been slacking on this test knit. This is knit in two different yarns. You'll see there's a third color down here, and I'll explain the two. So, the blue is Perennial from Kelbourne Woolens. It is a 60% superwash merino, 25% Surrey alpaca, and 15% nylon. 497 yards on 100 grams. You guys, this is the only stash acquisition I had, and I bought this for the test knit. I bought 4 skeins of it. I will probably give one of the skeins back. This is the last one I did not cake up. You guys, this is, holy cow, this is so luxurious. And I am really, for the first time ever, hoping for fairly chilly weather at Rhinebeck, because this is going to be my second Rhinebeck sweater, and it's alpaca, so I need it to be a little cold. Again, this is Perennial from Kelbourne Woolens, and it is in a navy blue color called Midnight. It is absolutely just delicious. Delicious. The other two yarns that I am using are both Mrs. Babs. This is the leftovers from the first color. Come on, focus. You really don't want to focus. There we go. This is Deep Sea Jellyfish in Miss Babs. And then the second one, I don't really need to focus for this one, it's just orange. It looks way neon on the screen, but I promise you it's not neon. It is more of a pumpkin-y orange, but it looks, the transition is almost seamless on the colors. Again, it looks way more pronounced on my screen than it does in real life, but I did do 2 colors. The pattern calls for 5. I decided that I just wanted to do the 2. I was hoping I could get all of the color work done on the jellyfish colorway, but it wasn't going to happen. I still have quite a few rounds left to do on the pattern before I split for the sleeves, and I just wasn't going to make it with the Deep Sea Jellyfish. So I did switch to the orange, which I think I still have the tag for. Oh, I do. No, I don't. I do not. I apologize. It was in a mini kit, and I do not have. Yeah. Nope. I don't have that one. So, but it's a glorious, glorious pattern. It is in colorwork yoke and then solid on the bottoms. It does come with 2 options for the sleeves, either balloon length or bell sleeves. I plan on doing bell sleeve option. Not sure if I'm going to go with a 3/4 or an elbow length bell sleeve at this point. I may do an elbow length bell sleeve, not 100%. But I am just loving the pattern. There is a bit of texture thrown in with some pearl ridges, which are not super evident just yet in the color work, but will be once I go to the body of the sweater and just go to the solid blue. So it's very fun. It's very, very well written. Jamie writes an incredibly good pattern. I'm not going to show you my floats because, yeah, on some of them I totally neglected to catch floats, and so I've got some really long floats in some spots. So, yeah. I'm a bad knitter. Yeah. I done did wrong, so. But, I can't wait to see this finished. It's going to make for a glorious, wintry, fall Rhinebeck sweater, and yeah, I'm super excited with that. So, last but not least, as always, I have a pair of socks on the go. These are knit on, as per usual, my 2.25 millimeter. Oh, they're all tangled. My 2.25 millimeter signature socks needles, and these are in, I am all kinds of tangled up. These are being knit out of Unique sock. And I apologize, I don't have the box handy that gives me the colorway. These are usually numbered colorways. It looks kind of plain and boring as is, but it does go into some rather pretty purples, pinks, and oranges at some point. So, I am looking forward, come back. There we go. I am looking forward to that transition once that starts. I am just about starting with the increases. And again, it's my regular vanilla socks, 58 stitches, 2.25 millimeter needles with a heel flap gusset. And yeah, oh my goodness, I almost lost all the needles on there, all the stitches. So, they're kind of boring now, but they'll be exciting later with those pops of blues and oranges and whatnot. These will probably be Rhinebeck socks because they match some of my sweaters very, very nicely. So, in podcast news, we are still not at 100 viewers just yet, but when we get there, we will still have that 100 subscriber giveaway for this gorgeous skein of stitches, stitched together, in the colorway Unicorn Boogers. Go to episode 2, give it a watch, give it a like. More importantly, comment on the episode with the comment #UnicornBoogers to be entered to win, so that when we do reach 100 subscribers, I will draw a winner from the subscribers that have commented with #UnicornBoogers, and one of you lovelies will win this gorgeous skein of yarn. In other news, again, I will be at Rhinebeck. I will be at the Podcasters Meetup. If you see me and you know who I am, stop and say hi. I'll have some business cards with maybe some little swag attached to them. Who knows? I may have a bag for the first person that comes up to me and knows who I am and says, "You're Melissa with the Knitter's Closet." So, if you're going to be at Rhinebeck, if you're a viewer and you watch me, keep an eye out for me. You know what my sweaters are going to look like now. And I'll have a bag of my own too. So, it'd be nice to meet some of you guys out in the wild. With that, is a wrap. I don't have any needle adjacent projects just yet because I haven't really thought of anything. I know, it's crazy. I have nothing planned. I still have the yarn wound up for my Joji Locatelli shawl, but I think that may wait until Rhinebeck. I am really trying to focus and be monogamous with these two sweaters right now, so who knows. When I next record, I will have my BFF with me. We will do a pre-Rhinebeck podcast. We will do a vlog of Rhinebeck, and then we will do a post-Rhinebeck video. Those will probably be uploaded a week apart. Who knows? But that's what I'm going for. Hopefully this one will be edited and up by Sunday. And let's see, I'm trying to think. I think that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!